Got a lot of stories to tell, but I think in this one I will go back to probably 1987. You know what? Stop. I'm going to do the 89 earthquake. That's the one I'm going to do. So, it was a big one. It was in California. It might be in the history books now. I don't know. But I was there. 1989, San Francisco. They had a huge earthquake, and it was in October, and it was one of the nights that they were doing the World Series, I believe in Oakland. Anyway, I was living outside of Oakland in a little town called Concord, California, and every day I used to uh, drive to um, on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge. There was a place called, it might still be there, it was in Horseshoe Bay, and it was a Coast Guard station. For the life of me, I can't remember the name right now. But we were doing some work there. We were building some floating docks and setting a diesel fuel tank and running the lines to it and everything. Anyway, every day I worked there. Every day I drove over the San Rafael Bridge to get there and back. Every day I was on that bridge at exactly 4:30, 5 o'clock, coming on my way back home. Every fucking day. Every day I did this for 6 months. Well, a new job started. I work for a construction company. New job started that day, and they sent me to right outside of Livermore Labs. They were starting a I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. It's a we're digging a ditch, a big fucking ditch, but a ditch nevertheless. So on this particular day, I did not go into San Francisco. I did not cross the San Rafael Bridge. I did not go to the regular job site. Instead, I went the opposite direction to Livermore. So me, I always in the mornings I picked up the guy who was at my time the best friend in the world, Johnny Davis. God rest his soul. He passed away a few years ago. But I'd pick him up, take him home, blah blah blah, whatever. We're on our way home, and as usual, we would stop and pick up a 6-pack on our way home. It's frowned upon, I know, but we did it anyway. So I'm driving, and traffic in that part of California is horrible. Worst fucking thing ever. Anyway, driving down so we take back roads to get anywhere. Driving down this back road like we always do. Got Hank Jr., old school shit in the tape deck. Didn't have CDs, tape deck. Johnny asked me how many beers I've had. I said, I don't know. This is my first one still. He goes, man, you're all over the fucking road. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. So I slowed down a little. I had this really nice Camaro at the time. slow down a little. He goes, maybe you need to speed up. I said, Johnny, a man needs to know his limitations. He goes, well, your limitations don't include swerving all over the fucking road at 20 miles an hour. Yeah, you're right. We see a old saloon, bar, what have you, on the side of the road, so we pull over into it because obviously I can't stay on the road, so we need more beer. We walk in and they've got boots suspended from the ceiling, all over the ceiling. The entire ceiling is covered with hanging boots. Walk in and the first thing I notice is the boots are all swinging back and forth. And I asked the bartender, I said, hey, what's with the boots swinging? And he says, we just had an earthquake. Now, the first thing that passes through my mind is, this is what you tell every new guy that comes in here. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's real funny. Why are the boots swinging? He goes, no, seriously, look at the TV. And they had what, passed for a big screen TV at the time over in the corner. It wasn't on, it was all fuzz. I mean, if the TV was on, it was just all white noise and, snow. And you haven't paid your cable bill. He goes, no, seriously, we just had a big earthquake. Which explains why I couldn't stay on the road real well. Whether I was going 80 miles an hour or 8. Well, the news comes back on for a second. And there's an aftershock while the newscasters are talking. Holding the desk or whatever. Oh yeah, the story's about the swinging boots. That's what the story's about. That was the funniest part. Other than that, that's the punchline, I guess. The swinging boots, and why are the boots swinging? We get home safely. My old lady, she's freaking out. She's like, 6 months pregnant with my daughter, Heather, at the time, and she's like, I was standing in the hallway, and she said she was naked. I can't imagine that, big old booby swinging. Whatever. Standing in the hallway, just scared to death. And what she was really worried about was she knew I was dead because she'd seen the news reports. She didn't know that I'd got sent to the other job. She thought I was on that bridge, and she saw that the bridge had fallen. It was a 2-tier bridge, collapsed, killing everybody. Well, I don't know if it killed everybody. It killed a lot of people. I know that. I mean, it crossed over a bay. Anyway, that's my story for the day. Averted death. Missed it by that much. Went over that bridge every fucking day, except for that day. God looks out for children and drunks.